The Miami loss helps teams from the SEC. The Miami loss helps teams from the SEC. The Miami loss helps teams from the SEC. The Miami loss helps teams from the SEC.
You know me, like I'm always going to favor the SEC. You know me, like I'm always going to favor the SEC.
Capable of beating. I think Miami fans are really up in arms, and I totally get that. And I don't blame them for feeling that way, but the reality is every single one of those teams controlled their own destiny 2 weeks ago. And while Alabama dropped the ball, so did Miami in 2 of the last 3 games of the regular season. The teams that Miami beat haven't really held up their end of the bargain. Duke and Louisville sit on the outside right now, and there is not a team that Miami has beaten this year that is currently ranked in the committee's top 25. That is what killed Miami.
Anyone that is a fan of, that cares about, that lives in the area of, that is any way indirectly or directly connected to the Atlantic Coast Conference, it's not a little upset. It's not somewhere on the upset spectrum, from a little upset to furious and throwing things. I don't know how you're not, after watching what happened to Miami, which is weird because normally I don't care about Miami.
Notice that you will not see Miami. Because notice that you will not see Miami. Because notice that you will not see Miami. Because notice that you will not see Miami. Because
you know me, like I'm always going to favor the SEC. You know me, like I'm always going to favor the SEC. You know me, like I'm always going to favor the SEC.
Georgia could end up right here since they're.
You notice you will not see Miami. You hear that? They need to stop the bullshit.
Well, Alabama is a brand. Well, Alabama is a brand, and this is a product, and this is a product, and this is a product, and that's also in play here, and that's also in play here. And Alabama is in, and Miami right now is out. And Alabama is in, and Miami right now is out. And Alabama is in, and Miami right now is out.
If the streaks don't matter, then we've got to stop calling this thing the 12 best teams. Because South Carolina is one of the 12 best teams in the country right now. They've shown it the last 6 weeks. And I think any national media member and anybody who's not in that committee room will probably say the same thing. Even Bama fans right now will tell you this Bama team is probably not playoff worthy. But here we are again. Bama has the head-to-head over South Carolina, and the committee took the path of least resistance, which a lot of us, including myself, thought they would.
And that's, you want to talk about streaks? We want to talk about full body of work? At the end of the day, Alabama gets to rest on the laurels of having beaten that South Carolina team. It happened when South Carolina was a differently constituted team. I understand that. Just like Notre Dame's terrible loss to Northern Illinois was when Notre Dame was a differently constituted team. Just like SMU's loss to BYU was when SMU was a differently constituted team, when they hadn't figured themselves out. But I don't know what you do with that. To me, I think it's a full body of work that includes Alabama having beaten South Carolina on the field. And that head-to-head looms large.
Well, Alabama is a brand, and this is a product, and that's also in play here as you look at the expanded playoff field, and Alabama is in, and Miami right now is out. And Miami right now is out. And Miami right now is out.
We will find out Tuesday night what they're going to do.
I'm glad Brad brought that up, because here's the thing. This is where the committee has to really lock in on the eye test, because the eye test would tell them that South Carolina should have beaten LSU and Alabama, because yes, Alabama did win the game and LSU won the game, but we all watched how LSU won that ball game. We know that was a phantom.
Wait a minute. So are y'all trying to say put South Carolina in because they should have won 2 games that they actually lost? Man, where's the integrity? Look at these headlines. Both of these losses were orchestrated to pull what they're about to pull. And we seen Ohio State get the better of the deal when they get a home game, all the revenues, and an easier path. My oh my. All right. Miami number 19. SMU wasn't even ranked. That's what hurt SMU. Okay. Texas A&M, Tennessee, Clemson, Missouri, Florida State, Michigan State, Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Alabama. Texas, Oregon. See, they had them already assumed to be the best team. All right, let's jump to week 2. See how Georgia, everybody won. Everybody won pretty much. Okay, Clemson got beat. See how they penalized Clemson. 11 spots for that Georgia loss. Okay, that's how much they rated that Georgia loss. Bad loss in Clemson. Let's see how they do week 3. Okay, boom. Oh, Notre Dame lost. Okay. Notre Dame, they knocked it down 13 spots. Okay. Which I think should have been a worse loss, or they should have fell further than Clemson. You get what I'm drifting? Because at least Clemson fell to the #1 team in the nation. But y'all knocked them 11 spots. Okay, you knocked Notre Dame 13. I can't be mad. Let's see how they jump up. Back they're down to 18 now. Whoopie do. And that really hurt. Texas leaping. Okay, I don't know why. Okay. At least they dropped Oregon a little bit, because they had those close games. Should have dropped a little bit more, in my opinion. But okay, they cut them up 1 spot. Slowly, 1 spot a week. That's all they gotta do. That's all they gotta do. I don't know who they beat. I should go look at it in week 4. Okay, boom. Draw 13 spots. You beat Purdue. Oh, you moved up 1. Okay. Not too big of a deal. Miami moving up. Okay. Week 5. That's how they just creep them boys up slowly but surely. Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. Okay, we're getting some respect. 4-0, we got over that hump. We moved up. Oregon moved up. Notre Dame moved up. They moving them up 1 spot a week. They know what they were doing. I want to see when they overtake us. Week 6. Alabama now jumped up 3 spots. Texas, Ohio State, Tennessee, Georgia. Why they only fell 3 spots? Why? Week 5, man. Who did they lose to? I gotta go see. Because they should. Okay. But Alabama smoked them, man. I wish they gave them credit for coming back in that game. Okay. I won't be mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Oh. Now they jumped them 2 spots. Why all of a sudden Notre Dame get 2 spots? Because they beat Miami of Ohio. That was slick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now they beat Louisville. They gave them good credit for Louisville. But they only won by 7 now. They only won by 7. Okay, keep that in mind. Miami beat Louisville by 7 as well. Okay, week 7. Number 6, Texas, Ohio State, Oregon. They keep Oregon back up in there. Penn State, Georgia. Why is Georgia higher than us? Why? When Alabama just lost and you dropped them 6 spots. So you're trying to say Alabama really wasn't worthy. You saying they really weren't worthy. You dropped them 6 spots. You didn't drop Georgia that far when they lost to Alabama. But now all of a sudden, oh, because it was a bad loss. Well, why is Georgia ahead of Miami? That's the first flaw in your equation. You done dropped Notre Dame 3 more spots. Beating Louisville. You gave them great credit. Great credit. Great credit. But you give us a heartache. Okay, we had a 6-0. We had a bye. Georgia still and Ohio State ahead of us. When you drop Oregon down when they was struggling with Idaho and Boise State, but you crept them back in and you giving Ohio State credit by only dropping them 2 spots. Look at them now. They lost the mission. They don't have an offense. And I saw that before these lying rankings. I saw it way before. Finally, you bring SMU in the game. You got BYU underrated. Notre Dame. Oh, they dropped the spot. Only because some other teams, they didn't want to drop below them. And they want to put them higher. That's the only reason. This is fake already. Week 9. Not a number 1. Not a number 1. Not a number 1. Georgia should be number 2. Ohio State should be number 3. And Texas should be number 5. Right here is why Miami is being screwed. Not at the end, because of the fake and lying rankings. Right here, we should be the number 2 team in the nation, or maybe number 3. But they're lying on us. You're finally giving Clemson a little bit of credit and giving them a chance to get back in the team. But you're going to penalize them for a Louisville loss later on. Indiana at 13 is a travesty. They liars, man. Week 10. Week 10. We 8-0. Why ain't we number 2 in the nation? You see? You see? They need us to lose right now. The Tennessee lost, Texas lost, and they done crept Notre Dame at number 8 right behind us. Come on, Texas A&M lost. Alabama done lost their 2nd game, and they're number 14 right now. But they're already climbing. How are you already climbing them? You're not even giving Pittsburgh 7-0, SMU, Army, nobody a chance. You're assuming already. Week 11, 9-0. Look at this. We causing a problem because they know we should be number 2 in the nation right now. We causing a problem. Indiana should be number 3. Oregon, Miami, Indiana. But they're liars. Penn State lost. They're liars. Drop them, okay, no movements. I don't know. Week 12. All right. Now, we took the loss for the home team. Drop us 5 spots. 5 spots. 5 spots. And everybody else get to climb. Everybody Notre Dame, that's when Notre Dame jumped us. That Georgia Tech loss was for Notre Dame to get in. And they was afraid. Alabama, Ole Miss, Georgia with 2 losses, Texas A&M, 2 losses. 2 losses. And you dropped Clemson from 9 to 10. Man, let me go back and look at that. I didn't see that, Clemson. Y'all lose. What happened in week? I don't know why they ain't had in our train right there. I gotta go back and look at what happened to Clemson. Oh, they dropped them before they lost, so they were number 11. They dropped them before they even lost. And then they lost, I guess, to Louisville. That climbed Louisville. Man, this is the travesty. Week 13. Number 8, we move up 1 spot. But they let Alabama jump 3 spots over us. Notre Dame jumped 2 more spots. Ole Miss jumped 2 spots. Georgia jumped 2 spots. And we jumped a measly 1. And we 9-1. It gave us a big deal, I guess, for losing to Georgia Tech. But what happened to Georgia? They barely beat them. Georgia barely beat Georgia Tech. All right, fine. We moved up 2 spots. Notre Dame still climbing. They making sure they stay ahead of us. Now they got it like they want to. They need us to lose another game, though. And that's what happened. It's no other explanation. No other explanation. And they trying to let South Carolina at number 15, just because they beat a number 12 Clemson. Now they deserve to be in the playoffs. Y'all got to be kidding me. Y'all got to be kidding me. And they dropped us 6 spots. South Carolina shouldn't be ahead of us. Arizona shouldn't be ahead of us. Alabama shouldn't be ahead of us. That's just the point blank period. I argue Tennessee and Ohio State shouldn't be ahead of us. Or Georgia. Or Georgia. Matter of fact, if it was a real ranking, truth be told, it'd be Oregon, Penn State, Texas, Indiana, Notre Dame. Shit. I'll put Miami, Georgia, Tennessee, Ohio State. I'm sorry. The 3 lost Alabama. I'm sorry. You fall short. South Carolina, you fall short. I can't believe the committee would do it. I don't believe they're gonna do it. If they don't put Miami in, it's a travesty.